The 2026 FIFA World Cup is the biggest in history. 48 teams, 3 host nations, the greatest football tournament ever made. But here's the thing. Some of the most famous football nations in the world teams with superstar players, massive budgets, and passionate fans, they're not going to be there. Today, we're counting down the top 9 nations that failed to qualify for the 2026 World Cup. And trust me, number 1 is going to shock you. Let's get into it. Number 9, Hungary. Hungary is not the biggest name on this list, but they have one player who deserves to be on the biggest stage in the world. Dominik Szoboszlai, the Liverpool midfielder, a player known for his great passing, his vision, and his ability to score from set pieces. He has become one of the most complete midfielders in the Premier League. But Hungary as a team just didn't have enough quality around him to make it through qualifying. They didn't even reach the playoff round. For Szoboszlai, this is a really tough one to take. His Liverpool teammate Milos Kerkez will also be watching from home. Number 8, Slovenia. Slovenia hasn't been to a World Cup since 2010, and honestly, they had a real chance this time around. They have Benjamin Sesko, a tall, fast, and powerful striker at RB Leipzig, a player many people are calling the next big thing in European football. Only 21 years old, and already attracting interest from the biggest clubs in the world. But another big name missing is their experienced midfielder Adam Serin, a calm and smart player who controls the tempo of the game. And in defense, Jaka Bijal has been one of the most consistent center-backs in Serie A. Slovenia had pieces to work with, but it just wasn't enough to get through. Number 7, Poland made it to the round of 16 just 4 years ago in Qatar 2022. So, what went wrong? They simply stopped moving forward as a team. Young players didn't step up, the squad got older, and the results started to suffer. Then came the final qualifying match against Sweden. Poland lost 3-2, with the winning goal coming in the 88th minute. Can you imagine that feeling? Players like Bartosz Beresinski, Kamil Piatkowski, and Nikola Zalewski gave everything they had, but it simply wasn't enough. And now, one of the most painful exits in Polish football history. Number 6, Ukraine has not been to a World Cup since 2006. That is 20 long years. And this time, they came so close to changing that. They have some really good players competing at a high level across Europe. Mihailo Mudryk at Chelsea, a fast and tricky winger with moments of pure brilliance. Oleksandr Zinchenko at Arsenal, a smart and experienced left-back and midfielder. And Vitaly Mykolenko, a solid and reliable defender at Everton. But in the UEFA playoffs, Viktor Gyökeres of Sweden scored a hat-trick, and just like that, Ukraine were out again. For a country going through such difficult times off the football pitch, this one hurts more than most. Number 5, Georgia is a small football nation. They don't have a big squad, but they have one truly special player, Kavica Kvaratskhelia, the winger from Paris Saint-Germain, one of the most skillful and exciting players in world football right now. Just 2 years ago, Georgia shocked everyone by reaching the knockout rounds of Euro 2024. It was one of the greatest moments in their football history. But a World Cup is a completely different challenge, and without enough quality around Kvaratskhelia, they couldn't make it through. Because on his best day, this man is simply unplayable. Number 4, Cameroon were at the last World Cup in Qatar 2022. And they didn't just show up, they actually beat Brazil in the group stage. Remember that? But this time around, they fell short in qualifying. Players like Andre Onana, the Manchester United goalkeeper and one of the best shot stoppers in the Premier League. Jean-Charles Castelletto, a strong and experienced centre-back. And Martin Hongla, a tough and hard-working midfielder. These are good players, but it just wasn't quite enough this time around. Nigeria, on paper, should never miss a World Cup. Just look at their squad. Wilfred Ndidi, one of the best defensive midfielders in the Premier League for years. Taiwo Awoniyi, a physical and dangerous striker. And Joe Aribo, a versatile and creative midfielder. But football is not played on paper. Nigeria's defense and goalkeeping were just not at the required level. And in the end, they lost to DR Congo in the final African playoff round. This is now their second World Cup in a row that they have missed. With that much talent sitting at home, it is very hard to believe. Denmark were one of the most exciting teams in Europe. They reached the semi-finals of Euro 2020. People were calling them a real dark horse for the World Cup. But then Qatar 2022 came, and they were a big disappointment. And now in 2026, they won't even be at the tournament. Players like Simon Kjaer, a respected and experienced captain and leader at the back. Andreas Cornelius, a big and powerful striker who always gives everything. And Victor Nelson, a solid center-back who has been one of their most consistent performers. Good players. But without that one true world-class difference maker, Denmark just couldn't get over the line. Here we go. This is the one, the big one. Italy. 4-time World Cup winners, Euro 2020 champions, FIFA ranked number 12 in the entire world. And they have missed the World Cup 3 times in a row. 2018 didn't qualify. 2022 didn't qualify. 2026 knocked out on penalties against Bosnia. This is not just a bad result. This is one of the biggest failures in the history of international football. And the crazy part? Their squad is not bad at all. Gianluigi Donnarumma, one of the best goalkeepers on the planet. Nicolo Barella, Alessandro Bastoni, Riccardo Calafiori, Sandro Tonali. These are world-class players, and yet here they are, at home again. Italy missing 3 straight World Cups is something nobody could have ever imagined. But it's real, and it's happening. So there you have it. 7 of the biggest nations in world football, all missing from the 2026 World Cup. It just goes to show, in football, nothing is guaranteed, no matter how big your name is. The 2026 World Cup is going to be incredible, but it will also be remembered for who wasn't there. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, hit subscribe, and drop a comment below. Which miss surprised you the most? I'll see you in the next one.